Hi, welcome to Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel right here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video, and you can subscribe right now. Leave any comments in the comments section, and as well as that, like and share the video as well. SmackDown showing why they are clearly the A show right now over Monday Night Raw with SmackDown this evening, 13th of September 2016 from Philadelphia, showing no mercy, if you will, no pun intended. Actually, no, it was clearly intended. The show was really good from start to finish for me, and a few twists and turns, good storytelling as well. Perhaps not lots and lots of action on the show, but certainly enough to make a fun-filled, quick 2-hour show. Honestly, really just flew by for me this evening watching it, and going to go through the best of the action for you now. It started with AJ Styles coming to glow. He's now the WWE World Champion, of course, defeating Dean Ambrose at WWE Backlash. He also went to continually mock John Cena, saying he's the face that runs the place, and also saying that the champ is here. They said to Cena coming out and saying he wanted to be a 16-time champion. You've got what's mine, and who better to make an example of and to make a name off of than AJ Styles right now, the guy who keeps gloating that he has beaten John Cena twice in a row. As well as that, we see Dean Ambrose come out and say that the way that AJ Styles won the title, you stole from me, and now you've made the worst enemy in me. We see then an altercation between John Cena and Dean Ambrose, of course, who would be the contender. We see John Cena actually say that Stone Cold was right, calling out Dean Ambrose on his podcast, saying that he's done nothing. And we see Dean Ambrose actually retaliate by actually calling John Cena a part-timer. So definitely going to the core of some of perhaps fair arguments for some of the people right now in the ring. We see Shane McMahon come and deliver the major announcement that will be a triple threat match, No Mercy, the main event for the WWE World Championship. It will be AJ Styles versus John Cena versus Dean Ambrose. The animosity would lead to the main event, which would be Dean Ambrose and John Cena as a team after actually getting verbal against each other against AJ Styles and a partner of his choice, which led to some very entertaining backstage segments with AJ Styles trying to find a partner, including seeing the likes of Baron Corbin and Kane. He would later be found out that he would have James Ellsworth as his partner, given by Daniel Bryan. Of course, Ellsworth was the original jobber, a chinless jobber, if you want, that was given to Braun Strowman, the first jobber on Monday Night Raw when the brand split was originally given. I believe end of July he last made his appearance on WWE programming. But yeah, going through the show as well, we see the Usos beat the Hype Bros in a quick tag team match. We see The Miz again with Dolph Ziggler in the ring. The Miz again gloating the fact that he was the champion. We see that Dolph Ziggler actually saying that, come on, you can do it on your own, why not face me one more time. Daniel Bryan looking to make that match as well for Backlash, but The Miz saying he will not be competing for an Intercontinental title match. He will not be defending the belt until he gets his demands and his new contract. So it seems that the A-lister is certainly making his A-list demands and certainly will be intrigued, and it looks like it will be heading towards No Mercy where that rematch will take place, but how the story will unwind to get there will be very interesting indeed. We see then back on the in-ring action, we see Becky Lynch actually. She was given an interview saying how pleased she was to be the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. We get a fatal 5-way to determine the first number one contender, which Alexa Bliss surprisingly won. I was very pleased to see this. Alexa Bliss getting the best over Naomi, Natalia, Carmella, and Nikki Bella in the match. So it looks like that maybe could be going towards No Mercy as well, and very favourable of this. Of course, I'm a fan of Alexa Bliss, and I think that this will do her some benefit, because when she was given some mic time in NXT, she really blossomed. So hopefully this will help her steer in the right direction. She's clearly not ready to win the belt yet, but it could definitely do her some favours, and for Becky Lynch as well, give her some momentum going forward as the champion. As well as that, we see Baron Corbin dismantle Apollo Crews before match is even made. We then see Jack Swagger's music hit, and he comes to the ring. Baron Corbin leaves, and we see here that Jack Swagger is now going to be part of the SmackDown Live roster. The rumours were true that they were going to swap him over from Raw. Of course, they've gone with the Raw contract expired and been signed by SmackDown. Is this going to be the first sign, I wonder, though, of maybe some superstars swapping shows that they feel that maybe they made the mistake with? But clearly, perhaps not the first biggest sign of a signing from SmackDown to get Jack Swagger from Raw, but be interesting to see if any more do swap over as time goes on. As well as that, on the show, we see Heath Slater sign his contract. That's right, he finally signs the SmackDown Live contract with Rhino in the ring. Thanks everybody, including his wife, his kids. Very entertaining as well, with Rhino as well, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. The Ascension come out after Heath Slater says that they will defend the belts anytime, anywhere, against anyone. The Ascension saying, why not them? Heath Slater then strangely actually says no, and I kind of wasn't a fan of this because Shane McMahon makes the match anyway, and it kind of feels like almost as if Heath Slater was going back to his old heel ways, the kind of the cowardly Heath Slater. And I think people really got behind the underdog story with Heath Slater, especially with Brock Lesnar when he said, like, I have to do this for my wife and for my kids. And I think if he continued doing this right now, doing this for his kids, the family man, I think people would really still get behind it. I don't think he needs to drop that now he is a part of the SmackDown roster. I think he should continue that going forward, because I think Heath is very much over at the minute. He's seen some things on Twitter this evening, people actually chanting Slater as they were going into the arena of SmackDown this evening. So clearly they're doing something right with Slater. They shouldn't ruin it. But of course, good news, Slater and Rhino did win the match. Of course, Rhino hitting the gore to get the 1, 2, 3. Elsewhere on the show as well, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. It seems that his program is going to continue. We see basically a promo section in the ring, Randy in the ring. We see what Bray Wyatt on the Titantron, then leads to the lights where Bray Wyatt is at ringside. The lights go out again. Eric Rowan goes to attack from behind, gets a little bit of a fencing before hit by an RKO. It seems then that the Wyatt family is not finished. I'm pleased about this because I think Luke Harper, when he comes back, then clearly will make the set complete, and we'll get the original Wyatt family in once again. But of course, do I have faith in this feud at the moment? It seems Bray Wyatt seems to lose every time. I'm trying to kind of feel myself that Bray Wyatt will eventually win this feud, but clearly with him losing the cane, it's hard to see that happening at the moment, but we'll have to see as that develops. Kurt Hawkins did actually show his face this week on SmackDown, but actually wasn't in the actual arena, so looks like we're going to have to wait a little bit of time for the in-ring debut still. And as we went to the main event then, we got the likes of AJ Styles comes to the ring. James Ellsworth makes his way to the ring, but it's attacked from behind by The Miz. This was pretty good, pretty exciting. We see the skull-crushing finale on the rampway, and then we see The Miz actually declare himself the partner of AJ Styles to make a more worthy main event against Dean Ambrose and John Cena. Eventually the faces do pick up the victory in this main event, John Cena pinning The Miz. Now you could argue that's a bad thing with The Miz having such momentum the way he'd gone through SmackDown, but maybe it's not a bad thing because it shows Daniel Bryan to be right, because Miz is claiming he's a main eventer, and well, he's the IC champion at the moment, and of course that's more of a mid-card area, so maybe that kind of works in favour and could work more into the Daniel Bryan Miz storyline for next week, so I'm not too opposed to that just yet. And as well, just to finish off the show, we see Dean Ambrose hitting a dirty deeds on John Cena as well. It kind of teases a little bit that maybe Dean Ambrose's heel turn could be on the horizon somewhere down the road. Dean Ambrose certainly has had a more aggressive, intense side this week on SmackDown, which I'm a bit more preferable to. I don't like the goofy Dean Ambrose that we have. Certainly it would be good to see more of a lunatic fringe for real in WWE. Of course, AJ Styles wasn't pinned, so that's also a good way to go, even if he wasn't the victor on SmackDown this week. But that's my little review for you there. I thought it was quite a good show. Let me know your feelings in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel right now if you haven't, because I'll keep up to date with all the news and rumours and stuff throughout the week and bring that to you here on the channel as well. You've been watching Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel, right here on youtube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video, and I'll see you next time.